Welcome to today's lesson session on human anatomical movements. In this video, we'll break down how your body moves using standardized scientific terms. By the end of this presentation, you will be able to identify and explain essential anatomical terms that describe movement, connect these movement patterns to everyday life activities, demonstrate good posture and body alignment through guided motion practice. Let's begin with the foundation: what anatomical movements really are. Anatomical movements refer to specific ways your body moves through its joints and muscles. To describe these movements accurately, scientists and healthcare professionals use universal terminology. This makes it easy to communicate how a body part moves, whether in medicine, sports, or rehabilitation. Let's start with flexion. Flexion means bending a joint so that the angle between two body parts becomes smaller. For example, when you bend your elbow, your wrist moves closer to your upper arm, reducing the space between the forearm bones and the humerus. Think of it like this: you're doing a biceps curl, your arm flexes as the weight comes up. Now we have extension, which is simply the opposite of flexion. This is when a joint straightens, and the angle between two bones increases. For example, when you kick your leg forward on a leg extension machine at the gym, you're straightening your knee. This is extension. Think of this as unfolding the joint back into alignment. Next is abduction. This movement takes a limb away from the centerline of your body. When you raise your arms out to your sides, like in a jumping jack, that is abduction of the shoulders. Think of it as taking away from the midline, like lifting your arms during a side lateral raise. Another type of anatomical movement is adduction. Adduction is the opposite of abduction. It brings the limb back toward the body's midline. For example, when you bring your legs together, or lower your arms from the sides back to your torso. Think of using a hip adduction machine, pulling your legs inward. It's all about drawing back in. Next is medial rotation. Medial rotation means turning a body part inward, toward the midline of the body. A good example is rotating your arm at the shoulder so your palm faces your torso. Think of it as closing a cabinet with the inside of your forearm. It brings the front of the limb toward the center. Let's move on to lateral rotation. Lateral rotation is the outward turning of a body part, away from the center. If you rotate your arm at the shoulder so your palm faces outward, that's lateral rotation. Think of opening a book and turning your arms outward to spread the pages. That's lateral rotation in action. Next is elevation. Elevation refers to moving a body part upward. Shrugging your shoulders where you lift the scapulae up toward your ears is a classic example. Think of raising a heavy object over your head. Your shoulders naturally elevate to assist. Lastly, we have depression, which is the downward motion of a body part. It's the opposite of elevation. For example, when you open your mouth, your jaw moves downward. That's depression. Think of a big yawn. Your jaw drops, showing the classic motion of depression.